Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to The Money Factor. My name is LaShonda Johnson, certified financial educator and also the co-founder of the Houston Housewives of Finance. And
good morning, I'm Tony Sanders, also the co-founder of the Houston Housewives of Finance and your licensed financial professional. We're back again here on Money Mondays.
Yes. I hope you guys had a great weekend.
Yes, absolutely. So what we got on store today, LaShonda?
Well, what's the big thing that's popping in the news today? I mean, my phone is blowing up about Bitcoin. Yes. So today we're going to talk about Bitcoin. So I know everybody's probably wondering, what is the fuss? What's really going on? You know, and what am I missing out on? So let me first of all say that we are licensed financial professionals. So we do want to say that this show is not meant in any way, shape, form, or fashion today to give you advice about what you should do with or for Bitcoin. However, we do want to provide you education today so that you can have an understanding of what it is, how it works, and what the industry leading investors are saying about it. And also, Tony, what Uncle Sam says about it.
Oh, I bet he has a lot to say.
Yes, he does. So we're going to start off with our first article. So we're going to kind of work in reverse. We're going to talk about what the leading industry investors have to say about it, an experience that someone had with it, give you a little bit of education about it, and then we'll close it out with what Uncle Sam says and what your financial house should look like. So, should you buy into Bitcoin? Do you think you should buy into it, Tony? Okay, here's what top investors have to say. And so if you're watching us, you can see that one of the people there we see is Mark Cuban. So I think Mark Cuban is well respected in the industry as an investor, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, he is.
Yes. So not only is he well respected, but he's on Shark Tank. I think he's looked at as being one of the people that you can learn from in the investing game. Would you say?
I would say, but you want me to keep it real?
Please.
You know, that doesn't excite me at all because, again, Mark Cuban has a lot of money, so he can invest in a lot of things that your normal person cannot invest in. And for me, it's a more personal thing where I'm trying to protect and help the people who don't have the millions of dollars to invest in something. So it's very important that you get educated, and not just Bitcoin, but no matter what you decide to invest in.
Absolutely.
So that's where we come in and wanting to be the resource. So I'm curious to see what he has to say.
Yes.
But on the same time, I think you as an investor who is looking into getting into Bitcoin, do your homework, please.
Absolutely.
Do your homework.
And two, we know that all of our followers are not people that don't have. We have followers who do have. And so if you do have, you need to still understand how investing works. Okay. So one of the things that I like to say is that if you have the disposable income that you don't mind missing, well, that's just the game. That's how investing works. So we know that investing, of course, things go up, things go down, and you have to be willing to ride the wave. But let's go and see what he has to say. And of course, you can follow the Sphere TV, and you'll see the links that are provided here. This one is coming from CNBC. So Bitcoin crossed the $16,000 mark, and even since then, it's gone up a little bit more. Thursday morning, less than 2 days after topping 12,000 for the first time, the digital currency now has a market value of more than $272 billion. Some of the biggest names on Wall Street are embracing the digital currency, including FundStats, Tom Lee, and there's several others that are listed there. But should you be buying into Bitcoin too? Here's what top investors have to say. So Jamie Dimon, this is Bitcoin is a fraud. This is what he has to say. Okay. So the cryptocurrency is a fraud. This is JP Morgan Chase's CEO said that the Delivering Alpha conference presented by CNBC, an institutional investor, is just not a real thing. Eventually, it will be closed. That's his thought process. He added, at a separate conference organized by Barclay, it's worse than tulip bulbs. Oh my gosh. So tulip bulbs, Tony, and we know what tulip bulbs is. And
they die.
Tulips are my favorite flowers.
They're my favorite.
But they don't last long.
They die. they die out.
Okay, so let's continue to see what else he has to say. Okay. This is the next one. Michael Novogratz. Cryptocurrency like Bitcoin are going to be the biggest bubble of our lifetime. So there's going to be wavering opinions here. You want to read that one, Tony?
It says, I think this crypto is going to be the biggest bubble of all times by a long shot. And the former Fortress hedge fund manager said at the CoinDesk Bitcoin conference. To be fair, this bubble, and there's a lot of fraud mixed in. We look at the tons of projects, and some get funded, and they literally look like Ponzi. There's a lot of froth and fraud in something that's exciting as this. Novograph's remarks came right after they gave the aggressive projection for Bitcoin. It could be a 40,000 at the end of the year of 2018. Wow. It's easily could, he said, a fast money. And he saw big things of other cryptocurrencies too. Is that Ethereum, which I think just touched $500, or is it getting close? Could be triple where it is as well. Wow.
Okay.
So there's other forms of
this isn't
crypto.
The first one.
Absolutely. There's a lot of forms of, but this is by far the biggest one at this time.
Yes. So, I mean, when you think about cryptocurrency, you think about another form of money. Basically, those of you who are watching us, cryptocurrency is another form of money. So that means that we'll be using another form of money to transact business,
right,
and make purchases. And that's we won't be using the U.S. dollar. And so why would that be necessary? Well, because when you go to Europe, Tony, there's a different currency. When you go to Asia, there's a different currency. So when you go to different countries, there's different currencies. So this is an effort to universalize currency. So no matter where you go, you can use the same type of money. But we buy money you still have to exchange money. Again, it's a concept. And if you're investing, you're buying into a concept. And so, but everything starts as a concept.
Absolutely.
And so it eventually, time will tell if the concept will survive, if the concept will be something that will be an investor's paradise, or if it will be a investor's heart, give them a heart attack. We don't know. This is the thing about investing. You just don't know. So let's go back to the article and see what else it has to say, what other people has to say. Mark Cuban, only invest if you're prepared to lose your money.
Hello.
Okay, so according to billionaire Mark Cuban, it's okay to invest up to 10% of your savings in high-risk investments, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. You've just got to pretend you're already lost your money. So that means you've got to pretend. Again, this has to be disposable income that you don't need. So when it says you have to pretend, that means this money is not needed to take care of something that needs to be taken care of for today.
So where are those people at? I want to talk to them.
Well, they exist. They exist out there.
I'm not saying that they don't exist, but I'm saying for the average person who is in this Bitcoin phenom, that 10%, I definitely want to see.
It's like you said, let's be real. The average person that's jumping into the fishbowl, these are your everyday people.
Your everyday people.
Your everyday people who don't have a lot of disposable income. Another thing is their investment experience is little to none. Their financial house is non-existent or shaky. And again, they just don't have a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of buzz around this thing right now.
And what's really scaring me too is, and I really would love people to comment, because I'm afraid that those people who are investing, that they're looking for some get rich quick scheme, and this is not it. I mean, this thing has been around for a long time, and it didn't start off like this. I mean, man, I've heard as low as $13, and now you're telling me 16,000 plus. Wow.
Yeah. Let's go back to the article. Okay, go ahead, Tony.
It says Bitcoin is a pure gamble. Hello, let me repeat that. Bitcoin is a pure gamble, says CNBC's Jim Cramer on Squat Box. It's a kind of like monopoly money. Obviously, these people who use it, if you ever say anything bad about it, there's like this Bitcoin mafia that comes after you. Well, y'all better start coming for me, because I'm not feeling it. It's like this is a Bitcoin mafia that comes after you, but it is oddly.
Obviously.
No, that's not obviously.
Where you at?
I lost my. It's an oddity that it has nothing to do with us as investors. Okay, yeah. It's like monopoly money. It's just a pure gamble at this point. The market experts continue that, I mean, if you want to gamble, go to Vegas. Vegas is fabulous. I'd agree. I take Vegas. I take Lake Charles.
Because you can see it.
I can see it.
You can see it. So, myself personally, I you know me, I don't like losing money.
No, she doesn't.
So I'm that risk taker that's not a risk taker. I just don't like losing money. So if anything has a possibility, I'm squeamish about it. So I'm watching this thing because, of course, we're here to provide a resource of education to you. But I'll let you know what and if I do. But I like to see mine too. I want to hold it in my hand.
So where are you now? So I want to know, like, where are you on the fence, or would you buy?
I've not gotten on the fence. No, at this point, no.
No.
Because
you wouldn't take your hard-earned dollars and put it somewhere that you can't see it?
No.
Because you can't pay your house note, your car note, pay your kids
college
tuition.
I want it to be something real, And so even in the investing game, when you're investing, I mean, most things they've gone past the exploratory stages, and they're in actual
absolutely
deliverance. And so that I can see, but me personally, I can't see this. And I know it's going crazy.
Oh,
and
it's.
I mean, yeah, 272 billion.
The text messages. If I just got paid on Bitcoins from the number of people who send me a text message wanting to know about the Bitcoin, man, I would. Yes, because this right here it's a phenomenon. But I want people to understand you have to get educated no matter what you do.
Okay, and so having said that, let's get educated about some dental wellness. We're at that point in the show where we need to talk about our sponsor, Elite Dental Wellness. So Elite Dental Wellness, their vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Chandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness at 713-789-8680. So there we go. Hey, we got the thing coming out, the little thing. So yes, you guys, this is becoming the end of the year. So HSA account holders, make sure that you go to your account and see what you have there, and go get your teeth cleaned and checked up and all that good stuff. Getting back to this thing here, Bitcoin. Now, there's a few people making some comments on Facebook. So let's see what they have to say.
Man, I wish they could call in. One day you guys will be able to call in, because I definitely want to.
So if you're watching us, you have a few seconds here, or a few minutes, just a few minutes here, that you can comment. Tell us what you think about it. And we'd love to hear it. So, but let's go back to the article.
Okay.
Because this is a little juicy thing. Okay. Howard Marks. It's a pyramid scheme. In my view, digital currencies are nothing but an unfounded fad, or perhaps even a pyramid scheme based on a willingness to ascribe value to something that has little or none beyond what people will pay for it. The respected value investor and CEO chairman of Oak Tree Capital wrote an investor letter. So he has a little thing. You can go back and watch this. It's a video there. You can go back and watch. He says it's a pyramid scheme. Okay, let's continue. Tony Robbins, Tony Robbins. Everybody knows who Tony Robbins is.
Absolutely. He's very well known to our family of the WFG family. So it says Tony Robbins investing in Bitcoins like going to Vegas. The self-made millionaire and best-selling author of the Money Master Game isn't completely sold on the idea either yet. I think Bitcoin is very iffy, Robbins told CNBC's Fast Money. I don't have a clue. I look at it that it's like going to Vegas. In other words, only bet on what you can afford to lose. It says Robbins himself directs a certain amount of money to his risky ventures and doesn't rely on them to work out. For those investments, his mentality is, I know it is just for fun. I'm investing. I know I could lose. This is like Vegas.
Yes. So most experienced investors or people that are in the market, that's what they do. They put something, something new is coming up. It's a trading game. So you put some money in it, and then you go, okay, let me just walk away from it. I'm not really, but those of us who have very little or none, we put, oh my gosh, let me pull out of my.
Those are the ones I'm concerned about.
Let's drop this in here. Let me watch it like a hawk. And then let's figure out how I can make money or get rich quick, like you said. And that's not what this is about, you guys.
Yeah, because the people with the money, you hear what they're saying. They're all saying the same thing. If you have the money, they put it to the side. They don't even think about it. They don't think about it.
Or they look at it as a loss already.
Absolutely. And then when they hit big, great, we hit big. But if they lose, it doesn't matter. They knew that they were taking the risk on something that could or could possibly not be good for them financially. But when you take your rent money, your car note,
mortgage,
oh my goodness,
take money out of your savings for the future. So here's the moral of the story on this situation right here. We're saying you have to have the income to do it, and if you don't, get your house together. And we're going to talk about that first. Further in the show, but we'll go back to the article. So Tony Robbins is not convinced. He's respected in the industry. Mark Cuban is respected in the industry. Jack Bogle avoided like the plague.
Ooh.
Okay. Go ahead, Tony.
Says legendary investor and index fund revolutionary Jack Bogle isn't impressed. He weighed in on the subject of a Council of Foreign Relations event. Avoid Bitcoin like the plague. Did I make myself clear? Said Vanguard founder in response to the audience question.
Did he make himself clear?
Did he?
Did y'all hear what I said? It's like talking to your kids. Listen, I said don't touch that. Did I make myself clear?
Says Bitcoin has no underlying rate of return. Bogle continued, bonds have an interest coupon. Stocks have earnings and dividends. Gold has nothing. There is nothing to support Bitcoin's except the hope that you will sell it to someone for more than you paid for it.
Okay, so
if I give you some money, and I want something in return, but I want to be. I don't get it.
Okay, so me, I most relate to this his philosophy.
You don't have anything.
This is the philosophy I most relate to. Okay. The other thing about, taking 10% of my money and investing it, I agree. You should take a portion of your money. That's the roof on the house. We'll talk about that. But for me personally, I most relate to this opinion right here.
Right.
And so, because, I'm not a Vegas person. I don't like to gamble.
I do.
I know you do. And so, but for me, I don't. So I relate to this.
Right.
This is what I can identify with. And so, you guys, speaking of identify, Facebook Live is going to go, it's not going to happen for the whole time on this show, unfortunately. You have to subscribe to the Sphere. We want you to do that right now, this second, this moment. Go right now and subscribe. I know this conversation is good. I know you want to hear the rest of it. You have to subscribe, okay? When you get there, we want you to write a review. Tell us what you think. Tell us how you feel. You can leave some constructive criticism, what you'd like to see us do on this show. We'd love it. Okay. Also, we want you to share the show. Listen, we're trying to reach the masses with our message of financial education. We can only do that if you send it to your friends, they send it to their friends, and so on and so forth. I don't know who you know. You don't know who I know. But, if we share things, we can know each other's friends. Okay. And they can also get educated together. Then we provide this show to you completely complimentary. However, if you would like to support our cause, there is a button there for you to donate. You can donate one time, or you can donate as a patron consistently. Either way, we appreciate it. We thank you. We love it. Okay. So now the show is continuing. Again, the show is not ending, but you have to subscribe to go back and watch the show in its entirety. So now let's go back. Is there any other expert opinions on this article? That's the last one. Okay.
Well, that was good because you heard it from the ones that are recognized in the industry,
respected,
and they're respected.
Yes.
And hey, man, you got to do your homework.
Do your homework. These people are not yet convinced.
Me either.
The people that we just we listen to on this podcast. I don't know. Are you convinced? Are you one of those people who, man, you just if everybody's running towards one direction, you start running too? In certain situations that, when I hear a gunshot, everybody's running, I'm going
the opposite way. Some people like to run to it, but I want to run.
No, I want to run
in
the opposite
direction.
Now,
absolutely.
When it comes to investing, again, you guys, this is something that you need to do your homework on. Again, we're not trying to give you any advice here. You need to make your own decision. In making investing, everybody has to make their own decision. So again, education is key. So let's look at the next article, Tony, which talks about a person who actually bought $250 in Bitcoin, and here's what they learned. So this was interesting to me because it's from a perspective of somebody that bought $250 worth of
and so
of
he's
Bitcoin.
He's not a professional,
not at all.
He has no ties to,
nope.
That's what I want to see.
Just like, okay, here we go, let's see what happens. So let's go to the article. It says some people kill time at the airport by browsing duty-free shops. I decided to shop for Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin. Okay, but first there are two things you should know about me.
Sorry, but I like the way you said Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Like a con. No pun intended. Okay.
I didn't mean to do that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, it says I tend to be almost as afraid of losing money investing as I am of dying. Is this dying? Flying. Okay. It wasn't clear to me. Flying. Okay, so that's me. I'm very afraid of losing money through investing. Okay, on some level, I figured one fear might cancel out the other. So he says, last Thursday, while waiting for a flight to Nashville, I pulled out a popular application called Coinbase that can be used to buy and sell Bitcoin, not Bitcoin. Okay, the virtual currency had hit 10,000. For the first time in a couple of days earlier, okay, before retreating somewhat. News of Bitcoin's rapid Bitcoin. I keep saying Bitcoin
because you know what it is.
News of Bitcoin's rapid rise was everywhere, including on CNN. Yes, it's all over CNN. Okay, for 15 minutes in the airport, I refreshed the price of Bitcoin over and over, watching as it gained, as I lost hundreds of dollars in a matter of minutes. Okay. I called out the price fluctuations breathlessly to my wife, who gently encouraged me not to be an idiot. Okay, this is why I said don't be an idiot, before returning to her magazine. So she's sitting there with him watching this. She was in good company. J.P. Morgan Chase CEO, which we just read, called Bitcoin a fraud, and suggests people who buy it are stupid. I don't know if I would say people are stupid. Okay. Warren Buffett. What did he have to say, Tony? You want to pick up from here?
Warren Buffett called Bitcoin a mirage in 2014 and warned investors to stay away.
Warren Buffett said that. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
So, hey, this is really good. But before we go any further, let's just go on to the portion of the show that's being sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting a business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertisement needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with a strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or email us over at advertise@thesphere.tv.
Yes.
Just love the love.
Lots of stuff happening here at the Sphere. So if you're not a part of it,
right. Our studio,
I don't know.
I can't even keep my eyes in one place because there's so much stuff going on. Man,
so this is actually
a kid looking around like, oh, this is new. This is new. Oh, this is new.
So this is something that's real. We can touch it.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, let's go back to the article. Tony?
It says, and yet Bitcoin has climbed more than tenfold since Buffett's warning. Either this month, one college friend casually told me over drinks he made tens of thousands of dollars investing in another cryptocurrency. He said that he hoped it would be worth enough one day to buy a house.
One day.
Okay, so my question is, okay, where's the money in how you gonna buy the house with the cryptocurrency? How?
Well, because it's not yet. It's not yet. It's not yet.
So for those people who don't make it, I mean, like, do you have a beneficiary? It's so many questions. I mean, so how can you pass it down?
Well, this is the thing. So it's if it's something that you then now own, I mean, yes, it has to be handled just like your estate, a part of your estate and things like that. So you're not exempt from those things.
I just I just want to be able to hold it. I want to be able to feel it. I want to be able to pay off my house with it. I want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you. Let's go back to the article.
It says, when I saw the price of Bitcoin from $9,500, I pressed buy to find the wisdom of two finance titans and my wife. $100 or 0.101 Bitcoins. A few days later, I bought another 150. But by the time we got to our hotel, my stake had already gone up 10%. 1 week later, was briefly up 100%. My wife's opinion of me has reportedly decreased by the same amount.
Oh, wow.
This is what is happening. It's an investing frenzy, the plain and simple. Bitcoin cracked $1,000 on the first day of 2017. By this week, it was up $12,000, and then it's already took off. The price topped $17,000 on some exchanges. Thursday, $18,000, and at least on one. Other cryptocurrencies have been similar spikes through their trade, much less than Bitcoin. Wow.
Yeah. So
for those who are in Bitcoin, this is exciting news, though.
It is for people who are, in there and, they're like, I mean, you can see it. It's everywhere. Social media.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting phone calls from people.
Man.
I'm getting text messages. People out
They
the
hit me
blue
up on Instagram,
saying,
everywhere.
Download this, download this.
Yes.
Well, first of all, you guys, those of you have sent me text messages with things to download. You should know that I'm a licensed financial professional and I'm not just going to download anything without doing my homework. So I would suggest that if you're going to send something to someone, at least do a follow-up phone call, explain, because a lot of people don't have a clue what it is.
Right.
But those people who are just, oh, I see it everywhere. Oh, somebody sent me a text message. Let me download it. Let me go in. Get educated.
It's funny that you said that because I could literally show you someone who sent me a text message regarding this. And I said, I really don't understand it. And you know what they said? I don't either.
I got the same thing.
Like,
someone,
wow.
I did respond to one person, and I said, I'm not very, I'm not convinced, or I said, I'm not well versed. I need to do my homework. What can you tell me about it? And the response was, well, I don't know very much.
They don't know.
I said, are you investing? And their response is yes.
Yes.
I was like, okay, well, you should do your homework.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're asking me.
Hello.
I mean, anyway, let's go back to this article because there is something that happened after. There's a long list of factors people may point to in an attempt to explain this. Regulators have taken a hands-off approach to Bitcoin in certain markets. Dozens of new hedge funds have launched this year to trade cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. The NASDAQ and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange plan to let investors trade Bitcoin futures, which may extract more professional investors. It may. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a key reason the price of Bitcoin keeps going up, because it keeps going up. Small investors like yours truly have a fear of missing out on a chance to get rich quick. That is the biggest thing that's happening right now.
Absolutely.
People are afraid to miss out.
Mm-hmm.
And
I wish I coulda, woulda.
Yeah, and the people that are sending the information about Bitcoin are saying, oh, you should have missed out. Don't miss out. If you miss out, or they put in little things like, if you miss out, that's on you. I told you,
Wow.
Those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's one thing I know about people. People, they might not care very much about winning, but they don't like to lose.
They don't like to lose.
Mm-hmm. So, and they don't want to miss out.
Right.
And so most people don't want to miss out. If there's a sale, ladies, we don't like to miss out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I had a conversation yesterday with one of the millennials about the body shop. They had Body Butter for $11. I was like, $11? But I was like, okay, Shonda, do you need that? No, you don't. So, hey, you can miss out.
If it was on sale for $11, how much does it cost?
Oh, it's much more expensive than that.
Wow.
Yes, it was on sale for $11. So I was like, oh, okay, that's nice for the body shop, because their stuff is not for body butter. It's not $11. It may be 15 or 16, 17, something like that. But the point was, the inclination immediately is to not miss out. Oh wow, I don't want to miss out on that. Where can I find $11? And you're like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. So that's the thing here. If it's going to be something of true value, it will be here.
Right.
Okay. Now, those people that said, oh man, I should invest in Apple, I might miss out. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, years fast forward into the future,
they're really missing.
That is a miss out situation, right? Because Apple has earned its space,
right,
in the investing place. So let's go back to the article. Okay, why would anyone want or need to use Bitcoin? Bitcoin serves as a new kind of currency for the digital era. It works across international borders and doesn't need to be backed by banks or governments. So for those of you who didn't understand it, there you go. Or at least that was the promise when when it was created in 2009. Okay, it was created in 2009. The surge in the vitality of Bitcoin this year may be great for those who invested early, but it undermines Bitcoin's viability as a currency. Okay, and so we just had that conversation earlier with our director, Gary Lee. So right now, I can use my Bitcoin holdings to pay for purchases on Overstock or book a hotel on Expedia. But if I use Bitcoin to buy $25 worth of socks on Overstock today, and the price of Bitcoin quadruples next week, I feel like those socks actually cost me $100. Then again, if Bitcoin crashes, at least I'll always have the socks. So again, the investor's mentality.
Absolutely.
It's the investor's mentality. If I lose, I've not lost my socks.
Right.
But if this is all you have, it's a serious gamble. And so we want you to know that. Okay. So, now, anything else in that article? Okay. So there's a little bit more, Tony.
It says, so yes, the technology behind it. Bitcoin built on the blockchain, the public ledger containing all the transaction data from anyone who uses Bitcoin. The transactions are added to the blocks or links of the code that make up the chain. Each transaction must be recorded on the block. Even Bitcoin critics like Diamond have said that the support of the use of the blockchain technology for tracking payments. Is there a legal and legitimate way to invest in Bitcoin? Bitcoin exchanges have a checkered history. Glocks, once the largest exchange, shut down in 2014 after losing hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin after a hack. Wow. Today, the leading exchanges offered by the Coinbase, a startup that has raised more than $200 million from a number of top-tier venture capital firms. Square, the payment service, is also rolling out a Bitcoin product. Wow. Square is even getting into it.
Yeah. Well, because Square is, you deal with, Square is also, Cash App is is also a part of Square. So you can send money through the channels without
that
going
money
to
go
a
to
bank.
my bank.
It does go to my bank, and I can now touch it and feel it. It's on my account. It's live, and it's pulling from something that's actual currency.
Absolutely.
And so, but if I can see if Square is going to get into the space, because if we're going to go to cryptocurrency, then they have to be, because they deal with
That's what
money.
they deal with.
That's what they deal with. So it makes sense for them. Question is, you guys, does it make sense for you? Okay, it has to make sense for you. And so a lot of the companies who deal in cash, and of course, if we're going to go to cryptocurrency, banks are going to have an involvement.
Oh yeah.
So this is something let's see what happens. For me now, it's premature.
Okay.
And so anything else on that article? Okay, let's go back to the article. It says there's also Bitcoin ATMs in scattered bodegas and convenience stores around the country, okay, through companies like CoinSource.
What?
The ATMs let you exchange. Yes, I knew about the Bitcoin ATMs, because people have talked to me about it, have told me, oh yeah, you can cash in on them. I'm like, yeah, but where can I take them is what I want to know. The ATMs let you exchange Bitcoin for cash.
Okay, so wait. So now we're talking. So you made an investment. Your Bitcoin is now up. I can literally take that coin into the ATM and get the cash for it.
Well, it has to be a Bitcoin ATM.
A Bitcoin ATM.
Yes, and you can convert it to cash.
Now you have my attention.
Yes, okay.
Because I'm thinking I need to be able to convert my coins
to cash.
Hello.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
You can. Certain bodegas and
so I need to know where these are located then.
Okay, so there's research to be done on
Right.
that. Let's go back to that article so Tony can find out where she can go get some
Hello.
cash. Or vice versa, so you can put money in there and then, convert it. Yes. Scanning a QR code from the digital wallet application on your phone. So you have to have the app, and then it will tell you where the ATMs are located. Okay. And then there's some other links there. Millions of dollars stolen in Bitcoin hack. We're in a society of hacks now.
Yes,
of course,
absolutely.
we just had the biggest one with our credit bureaus. So it's hackable.
Just like anything else.
Just like anything else. Let's go back to the article. It also says, with Coinbase, you must first give the app permission to connect to your bank account. So it's led by your money, okay? Okay, you cannot use cryptocurrency without having some of your real money attached. It doesn't operate on its own existence. So when that would take place is if you go to a job, Tony, and they say, we're going to pay you in Bitcoin. Or we're going to pay you in...
We're
going to pay you in cryptocurrency.
Okay.
So, but for now, we don't get paid in that. We get paid in US dollars.
Correct.
Okay. If you're in Europe, you get paid in euros. So wherever the appropriate country you are, you get paid and earn money through its currency. You have to exchange its currency for Bitcoin.
Well, on that note, let's go to some dopeness before we go on, because this is getting deep. This portion of the show is being sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people, power, and movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of your fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue your dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at kogpassion.com. That's kogpassion.com, and use the coupon code DOPE, DOPE, exclamation point, for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast. Man, I saw this they were wearing them on social media and they look great. These make great Christmas gifts. So make sure you give them a shout out and go and check them out and buy your loved one.
I think we all have some dopeness embedded in us that we need to unleash. Whatever it is, but investing or
hello. Let's get back to this Bitcoin dopeness, because this is deep.
It is deep. It is deep. It's it's the ish right now. Yeah, it is. So, next article. Okay, how to invest in Bitcoin. Okay, you got to know how to do this thing. Right. So this comes straight from Buy Bitcoin Worldwide. It's an actual website and it gives a lot of information. Okay, so this post will outline some things you need to know before you buy. We're going to explain the basics of investing in Bitcoin, why it needs to be taken seriously, how to buy Bitcoin. So how it needs to be taken seriously, Tony, now. How to buy Bitcoins with credit card or bank accounts. How to protect and properly secure your Bitcoins if you do decide to invest. Note, if you do not need the details and just want to buy, Coinbase is the easiest way to buy in the USA, Canada, and Europe.
Interesting.
Okay, so you can go there if you're not interested in no details. You just want to jump into the.
No, you want to get the details.
I urge you to. Yes, I urge you to. But again, it's your choice. It's your decision. You can do what you'd like, but do get some information. And so we're providing it for you here this morning. So let's go back to this article. Okay, why Bitcoin is gaining traction. The world is becoming ever more reliant on the internet. Okay, so if you remember, do you guys remember when, if you're watching us, if you remember when 2000 was coming, we were moving from 1999 to 2000, and it was this whole thing about everything's going to explode.
Right,
the world is going to end. Computers are going to crash. Code is not written to be able to hold this. It was just all this stuff. And, we were all right. Yeah. Okay. So I say that to say that we are in a electronic era. The internet is controlling a lot of things.
Right.
So is there some validity to cryptocurrency? Of course, because we have to think about the future, and we think about the future. We don't think about the future being two weeks from now, or even 2 years. We're talking about 15, 20 years forward, 30 years forward. So when your daughter's kids, what will they be doing? I think about that a lot.
Right.
What will we be driving? They're already talking about cars are going to drive themselves. Right. You're going to, right now it's being possible for you to go to the grocery store and drive up and get your groceries. How will we buy just common things?
Right.
What does the future look like? Will we be looking like the Jetsons?
I always think about that.
I do too. Yeah. So when I read this is what I thought about. So let's go back to the article. So really, it's no surprise that Bitcoin, a secure global and digital currency, has claimed the interests of investors. Bitcoin is open to everyone and provides an exciting opportunity to dive into an entirely new asset class. Investing in Bitcoin may seem scary, but know that it takes time and effort to understand how Bitcoin works. Let me repeat that. Okay? But know that it takes time and effort to understand how Bitcoin works. Okay? No, Bitcoin with a capital B reference Bitcoin, the network of Bitcoin, the payment system. Bitcoin with a lowercase b references Bitcoin as a currency, or Bitcoin the currency unit. That's a mouthful right there. So you got to understand those things. Right. If you're going in blind, you don't know those things. So again, get educated, you guys. Don't just, you really need to understand this is a part of the roof on the house. So Tony, continue.
Says, why invest in Bitcoin? It seems silly to some people that one Bitcoin can be worth hundreds of dollars. What makes Bitcoin valuable? Bitcoins are scarce and useful. Let's look at gold as an example currency. There's a limited amount of gold on Earth. As new gold is mined, there is always less, and the less gold left, it becomes harder and more expensive to find to mine. The same is true with Bitcoin. She has me saying con now. There is only 21 million Bitcoins, and as time goes on, it becomes harder and harder to mine. Take a look at Bitcoin's inflation rate and supply rate. Wow. So this is Bitcoin versus inflation in time. There you have it. If you're able to view it, the chart. It's been going. So it started in 2009?
Yes.
And now look where they're saying in 2037.
Where it's going to be.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That
graph is very impressive.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow. In addition to being scarce, Bitcoins are useful. Bitcoins provide sound and predictable monetary policy that can be verified by anyone. Bitcoin's sound monetary policy is one of its most important features. It's possible to see when new Bitcoins are created and how many Bitcoins are in circulation. Bitcoins can be sent from anywhere and in the world and to anywhere else in the world. No bank can block payments or close your account. Bitcoin is a censorship-resistant money. Wow. Bitcoin makes cross-border payments possible and also provides an easy way for people to escape failed government monetary policy. The internet made information global and easy to access. A sound global currency like Bitcoin will have the same impact on finances and the global economy. If you understand the potential impact of Bitcoin, it won't be hard to understand why investing in Bitcoin may be a good idea.
Needing to know that. Yes, you need to know that.
Right.
So now that's a little bit of history on where it's going, what it can be used for, and it helps you to make a more informed decision about taking your U.S. currency and investing it into cryptocurrency. So it's important to know that. And so a lot of people out here, they don't even know that. They've invested in something they don't even know.
They don't know.
But that's important information to know. So for me, I look at that type of information. So where is this thing going? That pie chart,
that graph chart, right.
That's important. That's doing your research. But of course, I have a financial background, so I would be doing that. Most people don't.
They don't.
So they don't even know. They're just like, it's hot right
Somebody
now.
told them to get
I
in.
can win.
Right. Somebody told them to get in.
Everybody wants to win. Okay. They don't want to lose more so. Maybe I may not win big, but I don't want to lose. Or I don't want to miss out.
I don't want to miss out.
I don't want to miss out. So let's go back to the article and see what else it has to say. Okay. It's price. There's no official Bitcoin price. Bitcoin's price is set by whatever people are willing to pay. So CoinDesk Price Index is a good resource. Bitcoin's price is generally shown as the cost of one Bitcoin. However, exchanges will let you know or will let you buy any amount, and you can buy less. You can buy less than one Bitcoin. Below is a chart showing Bitcoin's entire price history. Very important information to know. What is the history? Where's the ups and downs? How is it looking? Okay, let's continue. When is the right time to buy? Okay, so as with any market, nothing is for sure. Let's repeat that. As with any market, nothing is for sure. Throughout its history, Bitcoin has generally increased in value at a very fast pace, followed by a slow, steady downfall until it stabilizes. Okay, and that's investing. That's the game. Use tools like Bitcoin Wisdom or Crypto Watch to analyze charts and understand Bitcoin's price history. Bitcoin is global and not affected by any single country's financial situation or stability. Now that phrase right there is to me interesting or it's appealing. That it's not affected by any country's financial situation. Correct. Okay, we know that every country's currency is affected by its financial situation,
right,
and inflation. So it affects the value of the dollar. The value of the dollar can go down and it can increase by what's going on in your climate and your country.
But they're saying it's not going to be affected.
No effect. That's very appealing. Let's go back to the article. Okay. So, for example, speculation about the Chinese yen devaluating has in the past caused more demand from China, which also pulled up the exchange rate on the U.S. and Europe-based exchanges. So I just want to reference Brexit. Remember when Brexit hit, it affected us.
Right.
And so these things are so let me jump down. It says, when thinking about how economics and politics will affect Bitcoin's price, it's important to think on a global scale and not just about what's happening in a single country.
Right.
Okay, so those things are important to know. Those things are appealing. If you know anything about money and economics, then you understand that everything globally affects us right here in the U.S. Things that happen in the U.S. affect other countries too. Mm-hmm. But Bitcoin is like, we're not trying to be bothered with any of y'all. Mm-hmm. We're doing our own thing. We're doing our own thing. Whatever happens to y'all economically, our value will stay the same. So that is very appealing. Let's go back to the article. Should you invest in Bitcoin mining, Tony?
It says mining, which could once be done on the average home computer, is now only done profitability in specialized data centers. These data centers are warehouses filled with computers built for the sole purpose of mining Bitcoin. Today, it is cost millions of dollars to even start a profitable mining operation. Bitcoin miners are no longer profitable investments for Bitcoin users. If you want a small miner to play around with mining, go for it. But don't treat your home mining operation as an investment or expect it to get a return. Final thoughts. It's important to understand how Bitcoin works before investing any money. Let me repeat. It is important to understand how Bitcoin works before investing any money. Bitcoin is still new, and it can take months to understand the true impact of Bitcoin can have on the world. Take some time to understand Bitcoin, how it works, how to secure Bitcoins, and about how Bitcoin differs from fiat money. Period.
Okay, and that comes straight from, how to buy Bitcoin. Okay, right. So reliable source there. You can go back and read and gain your own convictions about it. Do your research. We cannot stress that enough. Do your research, get educated, understand what you're doing, what you can potentially lose, how you can operate with potential gains. Speaking of potential gain, this next article is saying, hey, Uncle Sam says, I recognize cryptocurrency. I recognize it. So let's go. While you're tallying your Bitcoins gains, don't forget the tax man. Wow. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, if you're a Bitcoin investor and have cashed in on your gains or made purchases using the cryptocurrency, don't forget the Internal Revenue Service is entitled to a piece of the action. Now, even though the growth on it is not affected by what's going on in your country, if you live in the U.S. of A., the IRS is saying we do some.
Uncle Sam has his hand out.
Yes. Okay, let's go back to this article. Okay. So now it says the value of the Bitcoin has surged this year to more than 16,000 as of Thursday morning from 997 and up from less than $1 in 2010. There's a good chance if you have cashed out or paid for anything using it, you have capital gains to report to the IRS.
Wow.
Basically, the tax agency views Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as property and not currency for tax purposes. And although you may not receive a Form 1099 from whatever exchange you trade on, you remain responsible for paying taxes on gains.
Now, this is new to all our CPAs and tax.
They're going to have to do their homework too.
You got to do your homework.
Yes. So continuing education for the CPAs. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's continue. If you make a transaction, the onus will be on you to report it, said certified financial planner Samuel Boyd, Senior Vice President of Capital Asset Management Group in Washington, D.C. Those transactions generate either short-term capital gains or losses or long-term capital gains or losses. For many investments, individuals generally receive a Form 1099 that shows their taxable gains. The form also is sent to the IRS, which gives the agency a way to identify any differences in what's reported between brokerages and taxpayers. So that's the check and balance.
Wow.
If you get no official notice of your taxable gains, the IRS wants its share. A U.S. District Court judge in California recently ordered Coinbase, a popular platform for buying and selling Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, to turn over identifying information on accounts worth at least $20,000 during 2013 and 2015. It's unclear whether the exchange will comply or contest the ruling.
So that's just more money for the government.
Well, yeah, they're going to tap into everything that we tap into. If we're gaining anything, then we're expected to pay taxes on it.
Wow.
Okay, so do your homework. Understand where the future is with the gains, but also understand the future of taxes on your gains. So don't just, be operating out here willy-nilly and think you found a way to make money and evade our favorite uncle. He's like, no. Right. You reside here. If there's any kind of investing going on here, I'm going to do my research and create laws and make sure that I get a piece of the pie, because that's just the country we live in.
Absolutely.
So we need to understand that. Is there anything else in that article? Okay, let's continue. Tony?
It says the order, which affects the 14,000 accounts, is a narrowing of an earlier effort by the IRS. In a blog on the Coinbase website, the company notes that the first request would have impacted another 480,000 accounts.
Wow.
That's a lot. The court case arose from the IRS found that for in each year from 2013 to 2015, only about 800 taxpayers claimed Bitcoin gains. During that time, the cryptocurrency rose from 430 from about $13. So how do you determine what you owe? If you held it from 1 year or less, it is considered a short-term gain and tax ordinary income, depending on your tax bracket for 2017. That can range from tax rate of 10% to 39.6%.
Just depends.
And that depends.
It just depends. So, and the other thing, it says the onus is on you.
It's on you.
It's on you. They're not going to give you anything to report what you earn.
Right.
You've got to keep up with that.
Right.
Okay. So, I see a lot of audits in the future.
I do too. I'm just saying.
Wow. So you guys got to keep track of that.
Right.
Keep track of your gains so you can make sure you report it properly. You don't want to open up any problems for yourself. So we're running out of time, but I want to jump into the Saving Your Future book real quick. And I want you guys to go back. If you don't have this book, you have to contact us at 1-844-700-4463 to get this book. You can reach out to me at LaShonda J at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
And I'm Tony S at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. You can also reach us on Instagram, Meetup. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook, of course, as the Houston Housewives of Finance
Official.
If it doesn't say official,
it's not us.
You can also reach us at 1-844-700-4463.
Absolutely. You got to get this book, get it in your hands, and let it educate you on pure basics. Let's go over to page 6. Just want to show this real quick. This is the way your house should look, you guys. Remember, investing is the roof. Nothing is built from the roof down. It's built from the ground up. So make sure that you understand how your house should be properly. Bitcoin is a part of the roof, which is investment. That's the way that flows. Okay. Now let's go over to page 9, I believe it is. On page 9, it talks, Tony, about, let's get there.
I know we were waiting for it.
Time. Okay. Time is money. All throughout these articles we've shared, it's talked about time. It takes time for it to grow. It's new. Time. Anything that you're going to invest in needs some time. It has to have some time. So we cannot exclude that. Let's scroll down. Get rich slowly. Okay. A solid foundation takes time to build. Trees don't grow big overnight. Wealth is not built overnight. Avoid get rich quick impulses. So if you're jumping into Bitcoin for this reason, avoid it. Hot stocks and rising real estate markets can sound appealing, Bitcoin included, but one wrong pick can set you back big time from your savings goal if you are not educated, if you don't have the disposable income. There's a lot of ifs in this formula. So we used to say if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. So again, if is it's the unexplainable, the unknown. Okay, when it's investing, can you tolerate the unknown? Okay, now let's hop real quick over to the next page. Is that no page 61? Yes, page 61. If you're following us. Page 61, it talks about knowing your risk tolerance.
Absolutely.
You got to understand your risk tolerance. And so I know my risk tolerance. So anything that presents a loss for me, I'm shying away from.
Shying away.
Knowing your objective and risk tolerance. If you have a large family, you may need a large car. Understanding your goals and objectives help you to make the right choices. So I want to say here, for lack of time, you got to sit down and have a personal financial strategy so you can understand what your objectives are, and then you can understand what your risk tolerance is. Going over to the last page, it has a graph that shows you what your risk tolerance can look like. So we're going to jump down here. If you're conservative, how you should invest. These are considerations, not advice, but it's just a model that you can look at. If you're moderate risk tolerance, moderate growth, aggressive growth. Go back and look at these things. Get the Saving Your Future book from us. Make sure you gain your own personal convictions about the decisions that you make about investing, whether it be Bitcoin, whether it be whatever.
Yes,
the
anything.
same rules apply, you guys. It is an investment. You need to take the time to understand it. So with that, Tony, I mean, that's it. That's all we have for you today.
We're Bitcoined out.
Okay, we'll see you next week, same time, right here on The Money Factor. Bye-bye.